the land, focus on the ego. Open heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Okay, we put this shit on our back. We gon' put this shit on our back. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We ain't city, where we at. Facts, facts.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. That's J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We plant star seeds to make ass. I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras aligning, I shock 'em like Blanco. Only Pope, you know that your nigga is Pablo.
At these I'm to my pool. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Came in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the ground, stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art in my district. Harder to miss, started for biscuits. Father the fits the fits. Got a witness, got on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with sticks, we are the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, start of my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for check, I'm playing it smart. S is for shit, I stay in the park. Acres are acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts,
okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, the art, the code. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the ego. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. In your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
It's a movie.
That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is the Facts Anthem featuring Sauce Guard, Red Pillar, Blue Pillar, and the good brother Sir Bay. All right, fuck with it. You know what I'm talking about? What's popping? Okay. We in the building. Tonight's show is sponsored by KTL University. You know what I'm talking about? KTL University, Know the Ledge University. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's go ahead and do the roll call. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and do the roll call and see who's in the building. You dig? Peace to everybody that's pulling up. Salute to everybody that's pulling up in the Maybach from way back. I see you in the building. We're going to have a very interesting conversation today. You dig? All right. Mystic Philly in the building. 305. Dade County up in this thing. Denver, Colorado up in this thing. You know what I'm talking about? New York City is up in this thing. Rome, Georgia. Okay. Ohio, St. Croix. Yeah, I'm talking about EE. I mean, BX is in the building. Toronto is in the building. Mexico is in the building. Mexico City, might I add. Louisville, Kentucky. Staten Island. Charlotte. Detroit. Chicago. Chi-Town. It's a movie. The Tremont section of the BX was really good. East Atlanta, Phoenix. How is the audio? Let me know. We're not on the computer. I'm not on my system right now. How's the audio doing? East Atlanta, Spartansburg, Long Beach, South Kakalaka. Rep your city, man. Rep your city, fool. You know what I'm talking about? Detroit up in this thing. What up, though? Yeah. Fort Worth, Texas. Valdosta, Georgia. Lexington, Indiana. Albany. Audio good. Connecticut. All right. I see you. Bessemer, Alabama. Buffalo. Okay. Who want to come work at the lounge with us? I think we offering free board. Who want to come and move to Atlanta and work at the restaurant? Well, really the lounge, it's a lounge. But we looking for waitresses, hostesses, you know, and we looking for some goddesses. You know what I'm talking about? We're looking for some goddesses. You know, y'all need to hit me up. If you live in Atlanta, hit me up so we could bring you to the Royal Chamber. Brownsville, Brooklyn, Michigan, 3rd Ward, Houston. Okay, the trenches is in here today. We got Brownsville. We got 3rd Ward. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking trenches is here. Alert. You niggas need to be alerted. The trenches is here today. We got Oakland up in this bitch. Kansas City, Missouri. Yeah, we got the trenches in here. Trench alert. Trench alert. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, we here. PG, Maryland. Oh, the suburbs is here too. Yeah, everybody here. God damn it. You a certified DJ? That's what's up. Yeah, that's what's up. We do need the DJs. We are looking for a DJ as well. We do need the right DJ to be up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? We do need the right DJ. So let's talk about it. You know, we need to just have a career day. We need to just have a career day and just bring everybody through and see who's who. But yeah, that's what we definitely looking for. People to staff. We're looking for some people to hire. So we might even do a live from the lounge, right? And just tell everybody what we're looking for and see what the fuck happens. Because to be honest with you, we live in a social media world. I really don't know how to do much of anything else at this point. You know what I mean? Handing out flyers is kind of old. That shit is kind of dead. You feel me? Like, I really don't know anything else to do but to go live and talk to the people on the live. That's my form of marketing and promotions at the end of the day. Like, just go live. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Anything that you're looking for is right there. You know, that's the new modus operandi. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You did, don't fix it. But greetings, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Melanin Monday. To be exact, this happens to be episode 211. You went live on 2/5. Yeah. You do old school mainly? Do we have an old school night? I mean, shit, we could create an old school night. We got about 3 nights that are open. Saturday, we're going to make it Saturn Day Night Live. Saturn Day Night Live. That's all God Hop. That's Red Pill, Cambada, Cyrock, A.A. Rashid. Who else? There's other artists that are out there. I'm just missing Lizzie Jeff. You know, there are a few others. So we're gonna do God Hop on a Saturday. On Sunday, we got Soul Food Sunday. So maybe Sunday we could do old school. You know what I mean? Bring the old, because I do want the old school to come out, because you know, I don't know how many. I'm still kind of confused. Like, I don't know what the conscious community in Atlanta be doing. Like, I don't know if they come outside to party and shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I don't. You know, that still remains to be seen. I be seeing them at festivals, but I don't know where the fuck they be at after that. Did I watch? Oh yeah, I seen Dante to this day. You know what I mean? My nigga Dante is back. 1 round knockout on a white boy. Rock this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, redeemed himself slightly. You know, redeemed himself slightly. So I like that. You know what I mean? I like that shit. You know. 20 Easter States. You said you got the red camera. Can you please reach out to me, my good brother? Can you 20 Easter States? Happy birthday, Brick Squad. You feel me? 1017. Let's say happy birthday to our good brother. If they would have let me play music on the show, I would have hit you with the Stevie Wonder. Happy birthday to you. And anybody that's out there in Atlanta and y'all want to do your birthday celebrations and whatnot, y'all could reach out to us about the lounge. Let's see what we could do for you. You know what I mean? Life is about celebration, man. Life is about experiences. You know, I never really celebrate my birthday in a club setting or shit like it. That's about to end. You know what I mean? We're about to turn up this year. But you know, this shit is about enjoying yourself, man. So reach out to us and let's see what we could do for you at the lounge. You feel me? So you're getting a lot of birthday love. You're getting a lot of birthday love from the community and whatnot. Soak that shit up. You understand? And let's talk about that red camera though. Let's definitely build about that red camera and the things that we could do with that camera and the content that we could create and the fucking history that we could make. Because if the red camera is just sitting around not doing nothing, that's a crime against conscious humanity. You know, that camera needs to be working at all times, for sure. So yeah, man, happy Earth Strong. Shout out to all of the Libras in the building. Scorpio season creeping up on you. You feel me? Drink Champs took down the interview. Of course they did. Of course they did. You know, this is about the apology tour. We're going to get into it. So, where am I going in the vehicle? I'm going on an apology tour. I'm following these niggas on the apology tour. I'm in the Maybach. I'm laid back in the Maybach following the motherfucking Drink Champ Sprinter as these motherfuckers drive all around the world apologizing for Kanye's interview. You dig? You didn't get to see it? Oh man, well, do this. Go on YouTube and Google it because you can find it. I downloaded it to I got the download app. I downloaded that shit. It's in my hard drive. I'm holding on to it. You feel me? But there's other people on YouTube that still may have it up and whatnot. If you didn't see it, go download it right now. You know? Somebody said they peeped it today. It was great. You feel me? Yes. No, you can't watch just the clips. That's the key. If you know anything about if you watch the whole interview and then you see what they're doing with those clips, then you are a student in the front seat of class to understand how propaganda and how they control the narrative, right? All you're gonna see when it comes to the clips is that George Floyd shit. You know what I mean? The fake outrage about the George Floyd having a fentanyl overdose. But, you know, he's out here red pilling niggas. You know what I'm saying? That was his red pill moment. And he kind of got that shit from Candace Owens. But it is what it is. All right? But let's get into this little presentation I put together. And then let's have a conversation afterwards and whatnot. There's a lot going on. And I just cataloged it. You feel me? I took some time out of my day to catalog this shit because I was like, theoretically, I'm not going to remember all of this shit. You feel me? So I cataloged it so we could have a conversation, right? So I don't miss a point and whatnot. We had a good conversation yesterday, part 1. Anybody didn't check out the YouTube video, I was in the Royal Chamber yesterday, and I got on top of the conversation. We had a 1 hour build and whatnot. Blue Pill uploaded something on YouTube today as well. That was a good build. You know, I got some of my thoughts out yesterday, but I'm going to get some more of my thoughts out today, right? And keep in mind, once again, and I said this yesterday on the YouTube that we did, I said to the family that, you know, one thing that is for sure and another thing is for certain, there's going to be a lot of thought pieces that are going to come out. You know what I mean? What I don't want to do, though, is I don't want to make this a whole part of your week to distract you, because I know that there's more important things that we could be doing with our time. Then I watched the Candace Owens documentary. Yeah, I wasn't gonna buy that shit. I'm not giving her a coin out of my pocket. Her or her Karen husband, I'm not giving her a coin out of my pocket. If you have a link to it for the free 99, please drop it in the comment section. Or you can hit me in the back end. You know what I'm talking about? But I've heard that the documentary has some points in it. I don't really fuck with Candace like that. I can't too much stomach her. But I understand the purpose that she serves. You know, I understand the purpose that she serves. So I'm not necessarily giving her a pass. She's a necessary evil. You know, she's a necessary evil. She is living proof of why you ladies should not get on Tinder and go fuck with a European that looks like Jeffrey Dahmer. She is a living, breathing example of what happens to you when you go full mammy and full bedwench on these motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about? She's the cautionary tale and whatnot. You know, she's a Karen with a lot of conditioner and makeup on. We could say many things about her. She speaks from a place of, she is a red pillar, right? And when I say red pillar, of course, I'm not talking about myself. I'm not identifying that aspect. We're talking about what came after what came after y'all met me, because I was out 2008. I think I got the name Red Pill around 2007 or 8, right? And the Red Pill movement came a little bit later, right? So she represents the Red Pill movement. Her original name was Red Pill Black. Do you know that? You know what I mean? Black Twitter. We doing Black Jeopardy today. Did you know that Candace Owens' original name was Red Pill Black? Right? So she serves a purpose. She be red pilling niggas, right? She be red pilling niggas, right? She successfully converts a lot of black men, black women, white men, and white women to her side. You know what I mean? She's successful in the fact that she's able to red pill people. Moving into the 2024 political theater climate season, whew, put on your seatbelt because y'all or you're in for the ride of your life. You're going to see some things from both the left and the right that you probably never really anticipated. I will go on record in the year 2022, right? There's 2 years down the line. I would say to not play that theater, do not put yourself into that game and whatnot. Forcibly remove yourself if you find yourself in too deep at this time before it's too late. You are going to become a motherfucking pawn. You are going to be radicalized. The red pill means radicalization, right? The red pill movement with Candace Owens and other people like Ben Shapiro. I don't know the name of all of these jokers and whatnot, but what I do know is that they are successful in radicalizing people who are feeble-minded and who lean to what they call the right or right-wing politics and whatnot. You dig what I'm saying? And the way that the left is fucking up, or the Democrats or the Democrats for that matter, the weakness in that party, the transparency, the feebleness of that party, the desperation of that party, it makes it very easy for Candace Owens to do a motherfucking number, bro. It makes it very easy for Candace Owens to bring people over to the Republican side because the Democratic shit is so janky, my genius. It is so janky. It is high level jankiness in the Democratic party and whatnot. I feel matter of fact, if you a Democrat, send your Cash App. Just drop your Cash App, my niggas. I will fucking send you $1 or $2. I'm ready to donate to y'all niggas because you need help. If you're a melanated person, an old black lady or something, and you still identify as a Democrat, drop your Cash App. I'm ready to donate to you because you need help. You dig? You need help. You need help. You don't need financial help. You need to go see somebody, and I'm going to help fund that. You know what I mean? I'll pay for your transportation or something because you niggas need help, and you're about to take the whooping of your life. You're about to be embarrassed on levels that you've never been embarrassed because that party is about to be decimated and destroyed. Whole Biden-ass niggas. It's about to be destroyed in the upcoming elections leading into the presidency and whatnot. But anyway, I digress when it comes to that. You know what I mean? You vote liberal, cool beans. I just don't know who to vote for. You know, I'm voting for the Galactic Federation to pull up and to just level this shit. That's who I'm voting on. The Galactic Federation to pull up and to just drop a few asteroids on these niggas. That's the only niggas is like, vote for your local, for the traffic lights. No, fuck that. No traffic lights. I'm voting for this shit to get flattened. How about that? At this point in the game, there's nothing else. You know what I mean? Put me in a motherfucking shelter in a doomsday, one of those doomsday homes, and let's get busy. You know what I mean? Let's reset this shit right here because this shit needs some resetting. You know what I'm talking about? It needs some straightening. This shit needs some motherfucking straightening. That's who I'm praying to. The fucking red planet or whatever star be twinkling above my house. I'm like, can you make yourself known, my niggas? Because this shit right here. So I put together a quick PowerPoint, I put together a PowerPoint for our understanding because I want us as a collective, we're going to utilize situations like this as what we call teaching moments. We're not going to, once again, facts over what? Emotions. Facts over what? Emotions. You're not going to see me on this show tonight yelling, ranting. The vein at the side of my neck is not going to pop out, not going to lose sleep. I'm not going to put too much energy into the theater because, like Kanye West so eloquently said, this is a video game. And if you approach this shit as a game, not like you playing a game, like niggas could pick up a joystick and play with you, not that type of game, more so looking at this shit as a finite existence. We live like a video game character, like Wreck-It Ralph. Your quarter is going to run out very soon on this life that you're living. This is a very, I mean, really just think about this shit. One life, right? On this motherfucking planet, this earth that we're on, right? This is a prison planet where it is highly aggressive, right? If they put us in the wild, we would have to fight for our existence. We would have to, on some primal shit. If they dropped us in the Serengeti, if they dropped us in the rainforest, if they drop you in the desert, if they drop you in the ocean, my niggas, there are animals that are trying to kill you every other fucking hour, right? Yeah, third rock from the sun. This is a very volatile, dangerous place. This is called Animal Planet for a reason. You know what I'm talking about? This is called Animal Planet for a reason. They ran out of fucking crabs, my nigga. They ran out of Alaska crabs. And I famously said that all of the crabs is in Atlanta. You know what I'm talking about? All of the crabs is in Atlanta. That's why they ran out of the Alaska crabs. All of them motherfuckers is in the South. You know what I'm talking about? But this is an animal planet. This is a volatile place. Let's stop acting like this is a utopia where peace exists. No, nigga, did you ever see? I saw an eagle eat a pigeon the other day. It was horrific. Okay, there's fish that eat other fish, then there's other fish that eat that fish. This shit is crazy. You know what I mean? So out of all of that chaos, we have order, but we live what is called a finite life. We're really literally walking on tightropes every day. If a nigga hit you too hard, your ass could check out of the game. If you bump your head and slip and fall and bump your head, you could check out of the game. If you get in a car accident, you could check out of the game. If you choke on a fucking chicken bone or a fish bone, you could check out of the game, my geniuses. So this is a precious existence. It's very delicate, but it's really a fucking video game. And we have a quarter. We're playing off of one quarter. You got one life, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? This ain't Pac-Man. You don't got multiple lives. You got one. So in that one life, we should be more mindful of that, and we should take full advantage of the time that we have here. But with that one life that you live, you don't have enough time in this one life to be apologizing and to be backtracking and to not say how you feel, right? At whatever juncture or whatever quote unquote time, whatever the quote unquote, whatever point you are in life, you, right, who are a spiritual being having a human experience, right, whatever point you are, it is through your voice, and it's also through the pen, which is mightier than the sword, that man has documented their experiences in the forms of literature. They've written books, right? They've written books. They've written in journals and whatnot. And those journals turn into books, right? They've created song, folklore, right? And in those songs, men has written out their experiences and shit like that, right? They've done theater, like plays and shit like that. Before there was Hollywood, people were thespians. They were in plays and what, an opera. You feel me? So we have we're not here for thousands of years. We here for 100 years, you know, and if you melanated, you here for like 60 years, my nigga. Black men, we here for about 60 years, right? So when do you find time to be apologizing for shit that you say? When do you have time to be backtracking on how the fuck you feel in your experience in this video game? How, Sway? When do you find time to shrink in front of other human beings who are also finite beings? Don't talk to me about nobody on this planet called Earth, because everybody bleeds, nigga. They bleed just like us. There's nobody that's in this bitch forever. There's nobody that won't fall down if you hit them in their motherfucking nose bone. You understand? Everybody is on the same level on this planet, my niggas. So I'm not scared of nobody. That's my mentality. Why be scared of anyone when we all human until proven? And if a nigga's not human, then he'll just have to prove it to me, and that'll be my last day up in this bitch. We all are following the same script. We all fall underneath the same universal principles and laws. So what are you scared of? And who are you scared of? And what is it that anybody could do to you that hasn't already been done? 6 million ways to die. Choose one. What can somebody do to you that hasn't already been done to man? I really don't get this shit. But anyway, I digress. I'm going to go into this presentation because, like I said, we have a teaching moment in front of us. You feel me? And the best thing that I could do is teach my audience, because we are here to learn. You know what I'm talking about? People show up to listen to me so they could learn a few things. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just up here rambling and whatnot. I'm not just up here speaking to myself. I'm not just up here lambasting or, you know, wallowing in the motherfucking ring light, my niggas. I'm here to teach. So when there's a teaching moment, I take full advantage of it. I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not here for clout. I'm not here for followers. You niggas give me the heebie-jeebies. No, I'm just playing. I'm not here for that. I'm here to teach as many people as possible a level of truth that they could both add on to, right? Because this is a hot button topic. This is water cooler. This is hot for the water. I wanna arm you niggas with some ammo so you don't get clapped at the water cooler tomorrow. Because this is a tightrope subject. You gotta know how to hula hoop in order to not get uninvited to the motherfucking the lunchroom table and whatnot. Because they're gonna test your temperature in corporate America. They're gonna test your temperature wherever small hats are running things. They're gonna test, because the fact that Nori is on an apology tour, they like, let me see how many others of these niggas we could put underneath the deodorant and whatnot. Remember, we dealing with white fragility, right? And you don't know who's a small hat separated from who's a European or a white person. A lot of us can't even tell the difference. You don't really know. You understand what I'm saying? And the way that the media is spinning this whole story, they even got Nordic. They got Eastern and Western Europeans feeling like he was talking directly about them too. So they're gonna check your temperature. They're gonna say it in a real passive aggressive type of way. Hey, so what do you think about that Kanye interview? He's crazy, isn't he? And they're gonna want to know, where do you stand on the topic? And they're going to want to rate your radicalization. They want to know, are you big radicalized or are you little radical? Are you little radical or are you big radical? Because that will determine the fact that they're going to cancel. They're going to put it in the paperwork, or they're going to start trying to cancel you the same way that they're going to cancel this man who they've now made the archetype, right? He's now an archetype, okay? The rhetoric that he has spewed and whatnot, the stance that he has taken, the fact that he's fearlessly speaking his mind and whatnot, even if they consider to be a ramble and shit of that nature, right? They're still going to say to themselves, oh, it's niggas out here that think that they could talk like that. Okay, let's go ahead and clean them up. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go ahead and clean them up. We got to get them the fuck out of here. Or we got to make sure that none of these niggas are able to get our butter biscuits. Y'all got to find somebody else to feed you, right? So if the small hats don't feed niggas, then it's the other side that's going to feed them. Trump, Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and everybody on the right. Because once the left kicks you out the whip, who you going to go to pay your bills? Who's going to feed you? Who's going to take care of you? I don't think that the people over in Florida, DeSantis, and the rest of those Trumpers and whatnot, I don't really think that they got a seat for you niggas at the table and they're waiting for you to come over to twerk in the motherfucking kitchen for them. No, I really don't think so. You know what I mean? I don't think that that's in their plans and whatnot. So you about to be a stateless people. You about to be a stateless people. Somebody said the Lord, son. Jesus. The Lord giveth and he taketh, right? Where's Pope Pablo when we need him? The Lord giveth and he taketh. Okay. So let's just get into some things real quick. You know what I'm talking about? Like I said, this is a teaching moment. So we're going to just teach real quick and then we'll get to it. All right. There's some words that are being thrown around that we want to do a little bit of, breakdowns on. We want to break these words down because I am not going to be under the assumption that when everybody is watching these interviews and we hear these words being expounded upon, right? Or when we hear these words being thrown around, I'm not going to assume that I think everybody knows what these words are. So let's just do the research on the words and break it down. We heard Kanye bring up the word groupthink in the conversation, right? And this is for context purposes. If you did not see the interview, fear not. I'll do my best to try to break some things down for you. And I think we got a few clips, but YouTube be bugging out and whatnot with the copyright shit. So I got to tread lightly. What is groupthink? Groupthink is a phenomenon that occurs when a group of individuals reaches a consensus without critical reasoning or evaluation of the consequences or alternatives. Groupthink is based on a common desire not to upset the balance of a group of people, right? So let me read more. This desire creates a dynamic within the group whereby creativity and individuality tend to be stifled in order to avoid conflict. So where could we point an example where groupthink has shown its head? I could easily pivot to what the fuck we seeing with this apology tour, which your man's in the Noriega, right? Because EFN is not apologized. He's not on tour. It's just Noriega on tour, right? They got this nigga, the emperor has no clothes. He's out there butt ass naked on a short bus, apologizing for being a short bus nigga and whatnot. Thank you for the Cash App. Yeah, let's get these Cash Apps flowing. You know what I'm talking about? We gotta gas up the Maybach so this shit keeps running. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, The groupthink in that situation is the fact that he woke up, right, and must have read the comments, right? Because I want to let you know, I was watching the Think Champs or the Drink Champs interview, and they had a lot of bots in the comment sections going crazy. If you don't know what the bots are artificial intelligence, right? It's fake comments, it's fake profiles, fake comments. They were spamming the comments. Nick Fuentes and Yay for presidents. They were spamming the comments. All of this negative stuff. If you don't know how the small hats are able to utilize, if you don't know how the CIA, if you don't know how other organizations, intelligence organizations, and if you don't know how the owners at YouTube and other social media sites use bots to their advantage, then you just don't know intellectual warfare. You don't know that you're on these apps and you don't know how these apps are being weaponized. You don't know how to use these apps properly. You don't even know when motherfuckers are using the apps against you. I spoke about it on a previous show. Thank you for the Cash App. The rise in clone pages on IG, which is owned by Zuckerberg, that is an operation. That is a psyop that's coming from inside of their company. That is not only Nigeria, my nigga. That has a lot to do. That is part of their quote unquote that's part of their campaign. Remember, I told you that all of the clone pages of the influencers, the clone pages of the spiritualists, the clone pages of the occultists, the clone pages of the thought leaders, the metaphysicians, all of that has that's a psyop, that's a CIA operation. That is coming from within Facebook. Okay? That is coming from within Facebook. All right? That is a motherfucking op. Mark my words. It will come out sooner than later. So the groupthink is the fact that this nigga Noriega was receiving a lot of phone calls from his peers, right? Usually not God bodies, but a lot of other 85ers and knuckle draggers, right? Who have this mentality, even street niggas, and I've seen them do it on minty occasions. Street niggas are comfortable in their negativity as long as white folk don't get uncomfortable. You understand? I've seen niggas turn into full baboons, right? In places where Europeans were present, right? Like green rooms, backstage, hotel lobbies, 4-star restaurants, airports, airplanes, resorts, just in a lot of different places. They will go full knuckle dragger. They'll let their knuckles drag, right? As long as white folk don't get uncomfortable. Because remember, white folk, they love that shit. They soak it up. They love the baboon in the nigga. They love to see the primal state of black folk because it plays into the stereotypes and the tropes and whatnot. It's almost like going to the zoo. You go to the zoo to watch the gorillas, my nigga. Niggas really go to the zoo to see the primal animals. You go to the zoo to peep you don't go to the zoo just for the giraffes. You go to see the fucking gorillas fighting, nigga. You hope to see a lion fucking or running down on a fucking deer or elk. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas go to the zoo to see some primal action from the shit that you saw for National Geographic. You tune into National Geographic to see animals kill each other. I was watching an Adam 22 interview today that came out. It's with a white boy named Sneakio who saw the interview, right? Who saw the interview on Adam 22 where he equated pornography to listening to gangster rap. And he said he's infatuated with black gangster rap the same way that he's infatuated with watching pornography and seeing men with elephant dicks collectively, right? DP, or, you know, collectively gangbang a woman, right? He said this, he said it out of his mouth. He said, I love watching the pornography where, you know, there's men, and this is their code word, because remember, we're trying to give you the psychology behind these Jeffrey Dahmer types. We're giving you the psychology behind the infatuation that European men and women have with Black Death. They are infatuated with Black Death, but Black Death is synonymous with Black sex. It goes all the way back to when they were hanging us and cutting off our phallus and putting it in jars and parading that shit around their towns and whatnot. It was the same thing that they were doing when they were flogging our black men and whatnot. The Mandingo warriors, butt ass naked, tool, your phallus, your tool is out. They stripping you down, butt ass naked, and they're whipping you, and they're creating fetishes off of that shit. They're getting off on it. They're getting off on it. You saw it in the movie The Django with the Mandingo wrestlers. You saw it in that movie. What was that movie that was mad controversial? Uncle Tom's Cabin. Okay, they banned that movie because it was so fucking thing. You gotta understand the psychology of the people that we're talking about. The right wingers, right? Who have all of these talking points about the plight of black people. They love them some Little Dirt. They love them some King Von. They love the killers of our people. They love them some Bishop Don Juan. They love them some Boozy. You understand? They love gangster rap. They love Black Death. That's why BLM was such a fucking hit, because they stand on the cadavers and the corpses of black men who are dead. They love that shit. That's why the white people got fucking Black Lives Matter stickers on their lawns. I bet you if you go into the majority of those houses and whatnot, where you see Black Lives Matter in the suburbs, it's a nigga tied up in the basement. Dahmer. It's a nigga tied up in the basement. You're seeing more cases where shit like that is being revealed, that black women are in these motherfucking basements all up and down the suburbs where these people live at and whatnot. Dahmer. You understand? Dahmer. I'm gonna probably pull up the clip on No Jumper, because it's a real interesting case study about the way that they fetish us. And niggas just think that they just getting invited on these shows. Oh, he's feeling me. No, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga's a munch. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas be thinking that they being felt by these white boys. Oh, Vlad is feeling me. Adam is feeling me. He's inviting me on his platform because he's feeling me. No, nigga. He wants to feel on you. You know what I'm talking about? So we could get into it. But I don't even think that people are ready to go that deep, because I'll take you niggas into I'm motherfucking Aquaman, or what's the nigga that's gonna be on Black Panther? Name Prince Namor. I'll take you to I'll take you to Atlantis. I'll go deep with it. I'll go in too deep. But Rep Sneakio is half Haitian, half Filipino. Okay, and what the fuck does that mean? Adam 22 was talking about it, and he's on as a guest. I'm giving you a reference so you know what show to look at. Don't give me the Sneakio biography or his Wikipedia like I was asking you. I'm not asking you for that. Go and watch the fucking episode, because there's a point in the episode where he talked about, because the Sneakio dude is acting like he don't like porn, right? And those are niggas you got to watch out for, because they be the ones that will like it the most, right? But that's the same way that you have these white evangelical fake Christians and pastors that be rallying against LBGT. Come to find out, that these niggas have a gold star on the LBGT dating apps. These niggas are like fucking the Rocky Balboas of the fucking, you know what I mean, on these apps. It's like whatever somebody publicly rallies against passionately, that's usually the shit that they're into. Okay? But anyway, let's go back to this slide. Let's go back to these slides. Yeah, like Jesse Lee Peterson. Exactly. He should have showed you how that shit works out. You need to watch out for motherfuckers that they go to sleep with that shit on their mind, right? They go to sleep with that on their brain. So, you know, it's usually some shit that they're fighting or they're running from, or it's one of their fetishes, and they speak about it vehemently in public and whatnot, because that's the demon that they're fighting. That's the demon that they're fighting. That's the monkey on their back. So they're gonna talk crazy about it, but behind closed doors, they're a slave to it. Okay? They're a slave to it, and they're publicly trying to flog themselves because it's kicking their fucking ass. It's beating their asses and whatnot, but they don't know how to call. They don't know. That's really them just calling for help. But groupthink, right? Groupthink is a phenomenon in which individuals overlook potential problems in the pursuit of consensus thinking, right? Any dissenters in a group who may attempt to introduce a rational argument are pressured to come around to the consensus and may even be censored, right? So Black Twitter right now is going through groupthink because this nigga says something about George Floyd and they can't let that shit go because they want a trauma bond, but they're ignoring 2 hours and 48 minutes other of conversation. Black Twitter is failing you, right? That's why niggas have completely underdeveloped coming out of Black Twitter. There's no intellects that I've ever met that came from Black Twitter. Facts. There's no real intellects that has been, who's the intellects that Black Twitter has spawned? Don't say Van Lathan, I will nuclear bomb you niggas. Like, I will get you the fuck out of here. But anyway, cognitive dissonance, what to know. The only thing Black Twitter has done, to be honest with you, is further confuse the Black community and really just like it made you niggas black. They exist to push Black narrative. They exist to keep you niggas in a black box. That's what Black Twitter has done. Black Twitter is a fucking trauma emergency bonding. You know how it's the ER, my niggas, the emergency room where motherfuckers come together to trauma bond and get branded as Black. And you get stuck in these fucking LBGT narratives, these cognitive dissonance. I wish I had, god damn it, I need to set this fucking machine up because we need to, hold on a minute, man. We need to get to the motherfucking, I need sound effects. We need sound effects. We playing this shit too safe. Fuck that. We need sound effects, man. We need to turn the fuck up. Shit too quiet right now. You know what I mean? Shit getting too quiet. I'm about to go there. We need some sound up in this bitch. You know what I mean? So let me just read this definition real quick while my shit fires up. Cognitive dissonance is the discomfort a person feels when their behavior does not align with their beliefs. Also occur when a person holds two contradictory beliefs at the same damn time. Cognitive dissonance is not a disease or illness. It is a psychological phenomenon that can happen to anyone, right? So Black Twitter has succeeded in putting dissonance. Kanye West also cognitive dissonance. Hear me? You can hear me? You can hear me? Can you hear me? Check, check, check. Can you hear me? Okay. All right. Can you hear the sound effects? Oh, I didn't. I didn't have the headphones plugged in. Oh my goodness. There we go. I got the motherfucking shiznack. There we go. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh. Yeah, we tweaking now. Thought I was failing you. That niggas are munch. Right? So check, check, check. That's right. All right, give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute. Cause I ain't gonna get all crazy with it. We good. Okay. So let's get back to the conversation. Cognitive dissonance, right? Kanye West has cognitive dissonance. We're not letting him off the hook, right? We're not letting him off the hook. He also has cognitive dissonance. He lives as a Gemini in multiple worlds, right? In his head. You feel me? He lives in his head, you know. He lives in his head and whatnot, and he lives in multiple worlds at once. Okay. So that's something that we definitely can collectively agree to. And once again, yeah, I know Geminis. I got Geminis around me. So I know how special y'all are. You feel me? I know how special y'all are. Right? The state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, or attitudes, especially as relating to behavioral decisions and attitude change. Man, if that don't describe Kanye West, I don't know what does. Like, that's him in a nutshell. Okay? But that also is how our people are, right? Especially motherfuckers that are considered to be hip hop, like the Noriegas of the world, and the whole hip hop world. They such contradictory. They have so much contradictions. They are so inconsistent. You understand? And they have a high level of cognitive dissonance going on in hip hop. Now, can y'all hear me? Somebody said they can't hear. Can y'all hear me? Sounds good? Okay. All right. So the definition of red pill, right? Because we also said that he has been red pilled, and Kanye West successfully has red pilled the black community with that interview that he did, right? So whoever he's working with or working for, he was very successful in whatever it is that he was doing because he went up there to do what? To red pill the black community, right? So the conversation about red pill is to cause someone to have their perspective dramatically transformed, especially by introducing them to a new and typically disturbing understanding of the true nature of a particular situation, right? They are talking about conspiracy theories and claim that they've been red pilled. Now, how did he red pill the black community? He red pilled the black community because the black community does not want to have the conversation about the small hats. The black community is not allowed to have a conversation about who controls things, who's running shit, who's behind the motherfucking scenes pulling the strings, who owns the labels, who owns the media, who's really running this shit, right? Niggas think that they have those conversations, but they don't be having those conversations, and they scared to have those conversations. And whenever that conversation comes up, motherfuckers start getting uncomfortable and they go on apology tours. Facts. So he successfully got up there and he started red pilling niggas. Even when he said what he said about George Floyd. Why do I say that? Because I do my research. I go on Google Trends and I look at the motherfucking stats, nigga. Facts over emotions. Do you know how much that Candace Owens documentary about Black Lives Matter? Do you know after the Drink Champs interview, she experienced a 60% spike in traffic to a paid that's you can't watch that for free. She experienced a fucking flood of people who went to go watch the documentary just because he said what he said about George Floyd being on fentanyl and whatnot. You dig what I'm saying? Because that comes out of her documentary that she just released last week, where she's red pilling people about the truth about BLM. Okay? So there's a lot of red pill going on, right? So when people are like, why is he talking about this and what's his purpose? His purpose is to red pill black folk, to change their perspective, to get you niggas thinking and whatnot, and to pull you out of that democratic shill mind state that will serve you no good, right? You need to be a free thinker. You need to get out of groupthink, right? You need to get uncomfortable. You niggas need to get, you need to be rattled once in a while. I know we have taken a lot beating and battering. You know, the level of mental anguish these days is very high, right? Motherfuckers is carrying a lot of weight just every day with the mainstream media. But we need to have our beliefs challenged, right? It's nothing wrong to have your beliefs challenged, because if you strong in your motherfucking beliefs, if you could stand on that shit, then nothing can make you waver. Nothing can make you waver. But I promise you, for the motherfuckers that sat through that interview, that whole 3 hours, they had their shit rattled. They got their motherfucking world shaken upside down. And I'm not speaking to conscious folk, because y'all got all of the answers. I'm really talking about the 90, the 85ers. It's really the 95ers. I'm talking about these short bus niggas. I'm talking about motherfuckers who just walk around and they think that life is a bowl of cherries and whatnot, or they walk around the world thinking that they're victims, or they walk around thinking that these Europeans and whatnot are 100 feet tall giants in front of them, and they don't even know their place. So they got to hear that they the original Jews. They got to hear some shit about themselves that they never even fucking thought was possible from an influencer and somebody who, whenever he says something, right, that shit sticks with a lot of people. If you buy $300 sneakers from a nigga, if you buy a $200 t-shirt from a nigga, a $250 hoodie from a nigga, you're gonna listen to what the fuck they got to say. Things that they say, right? Because Kanye West is not just a rapper. He's not just an influencer. He's something more than that. He's a Svengali. He's a Svengali. He's like Yoda to a lot of niggas. So he is going to make a motherfucker go and do their research. He's going to think. He's going to make you think and whatnot. So let's do the definition of the word Semitic. Relating to or denoting a family of languages that includes Hebrew, right? Arabic, Aramaic, and certain ancient languages such as Phoenician and Akkadian, constituting the main subgroup of the Afro-Asiatic family. Last time I checked, none of you niggas speak this language. Relating to peoples who speak Semitic languages, especially Hebrew and Arabic, right? So a motherfucker to speak Arabic is Semitic. So if you talk crazy about Arabic, right, you're anti-Semitic and whatnot, okay? So people think that the word Semitic is relating to a race or a nation of people, and that's not necessarily, you know, what it is. You know what I mean? So you got to do the motherfucking knowledge on it, okay? So, of course, the mainstream media, right, who he said these people control the media, right? They're going to go and fire up all kind of negative press. You're going to see all kind of headlines like this, right? Especially from the melanated platforms that are controlled by them, right? OK, Player, Revolt, BET, you know, all of these places that are not owned by us, but they have our people as the talking heads and whatnot. Yes, they got to apologize for this unapologetic nigga right here. They're going to go on apology campaigns. So this is what it looks like in journalism. This is what the apology campaign looks like when you read headlines like this. This is their version of apologizing to small hats so that conversation by the water cooler doesn't turn uncomfortable. Okay? So Kanye West, let's get to the controversial thing, right? Kanye West says George Floyd passed away because of fentanyl and that the cop's knee wasn't even on his neck like that, right? You niggas got triggered and go crazy, right? The law enforcement, right? And I'm not feeding into any of this shit. Like I said, I'm non-biased. I'm the motherfucking press. I could give a fuck. You understand? But I know that they said that this nigga had fentanyl in his system, right? I know that they said that he had the drugs in his system. Now, what I believe Kanye was trying to say, he said that the cops put the fentanyl in his system, right? I don't know how they did that, but he alluded to the fact that the cops had basically drugged George Floyd with this highly addictive, highly fatal drug called fentanyl, right? Where in a year, the lockdown 2020, the same year that this man was killed, the overdoses of fentanyl exceeded gun deaths, shooting deaths, right? Amongst motherfuckers from 18 to 35. So there's an epidemic taking place in the hood, right? Philadelphia, Detroit, Atlanta, Houston, and a whole bunch of places, right? Where our people are, they are overdosing on fentanyl like the shit is going out of style. Like Kodak Black said, he still took the fucking fake pill because he's a super gremlin. But there's a lot of people who are taking these fake pills and they're dying right there. That's that fetty and whatnot. You feel me? That's that fetty and whatnot. So I don't know the whole story. If he was if he was addicted to opiates, I do not know his drug history like that, right? But what I do know is that this is a right-wing talking point. This is red pill. This is the Candace Owen red pill talking point. This is what she has in her documentary. This statement right here is being gaslighted, and this is the only thing that they're talking about in the media and whatnot. This is what they're utilizing for trauma bonding. This statement that he made is what they're utilizing to discredit his whole interview, 2 hours and 50 some odd minutes extra, right? Because he might have spent 3 minutes on this, but the other 2 hours and 50 some odd minutes of his interview, they're not even giving it a headline. They're not talking about that. They're just focusing on this, and they're bringing your trauma about what you went through in the George Floyd situation. They're utilizing your trauma for you to come and trauma bond, right? And to get together with groupthink, right? And they're gonna red pill you to make you vote Democratic, the same way that they brought Biden and Kamala in off of this man's memory and whatnot, off of his, off of his off of his body, right? Yeah, time out, nigga. So here's another article. Ye says Jewish Zionists own the black voice, the media. This is Meek Mill and Diddy in a controversial Drink Champs interview, right? He called them the feds. That's how he dissed them. He called them the feds, right? And he said that Meek Mill got let out of jail by them people with power, right? As long as he would be their quote unquote attack dog or their lap dog, and they'll use him to go against other people. And he also called P. Diddy, your man's in them, a fed. And I'm just showing you multiple articles to show you how the media gets together, right? And basically weaponizes information or weaponizes narratives so they could control the narrative, and they could basically sway you through groupthink, right? Because the minute they put a headline out there, niggas automatically think that's what everybody thinks, right? Oh man, they after Kanye. Oh man, I can't say his name in public, master. Oh man, I gotta take these Yeezys off, master. Oh man, they after that boy. Good luck, good boy. Good luck with it, boy. He gonna be hanging from a tree soon. You know what I mean? You niggas start with your fucking stepping fetch it ass niggas. Stepping fetch it niggas is stepping, right? So something interesting happened today. Something very interesting happened today. And this right here, was a power move, in my humble opinion. People that have their quote unquote their say on the subject and whatnot. Candace Owens' husband, who is a European, a Nordic and whatnot, he owns a social media app called Parler, right? They basically had a rise in these right-wing social media apps after Trump left office and got banned from Twitter. There was a rise in these alternative media apps, right? So here it is. We have Yeezy or Ye agreeing to buy the social media app Parler, right? But at the same time, to show you the power of moves like that, because we're not into the stock market, we're not invested. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Like, a lot of our people is not really invested in the market like that. There's a small percentage, you feel me? Shout out to y'all, wherever the fuck you at, right? Parler already failed. Listen, it don't matter if it already failed. He could breathe life into the app. He could bring people on board that could build that app out and whatnot. There you go, once again, counting niggas' money, right? But just the fact that he bought the app, right? It fucked up the stocks. It sent the stocks of Trump's social media app tumbling, right? So controversial rapper Kanye West, the prospective new owner of right-wing social media platform Parler, vowed Monday to break bread with Donald Trump by inviting the fellow billionaire onto his site, while shares of the company aiming to take Trump's competing True Social public app cratered, right? West, who was booted from Instagram and Twitter last week after a rash of anti-Semitic comments, confirmed to Bloomberg his decision to buy Parler directly followed the bans, saying he knew it was time to acquire my own platform and enough was enough. DWAC shares are down about 70% this year and previously slid as investors digested what Elon Musk's pending Twitter takeover would mean for True Social's popularity, and as further questions arose about the likelihood of the DWAC True Social merger. Musk expressed his approval of West's acquisition in a Monday afternoon tweet, sharing a Photoshop meme of him and West smiling and joining forces, writing, "Fun times ahead." Right? You know how much power comes in owning a social media app, right? Shares of Digital World Acquisition Corporation, that's DWAC, right? The special purpose. Listen to this, right? Because this is conversation that we can have in the future, because niggas don't be want to have these real life big dog conversations, right? The conversations that big dogs have, right? Bosses, big boss shit, about how could you acquire a SPAC, special purpose acquisition company, right? Fuck voting. Where's the SPACs at, right? Where's the SPACs? You know what I'm talking about? Where's the special purpose acquisition companies? Because that's how they moving and whatnot. So shares of DWAC, the special purpose acquisition company with turbulent plans to merge with True Social's parent Trump Media and Technology Group, fell 8% to $16 Monday as a new brash billionaire threw his hat into the conservative social media ring. So just the fact that this nigga Kanye West bought this social media app and whatnot, that is causing a ripple in the stock market. That's causing a ripple in the motherfucking field of social media apps. Why not become an owner instead of a participant on these bum ass apps like Twitter and shit like that? Fuck that. I'm gonna own my own app. I'm gonna get into this new quote unquote space where I could control content, I could control data, I could go live whenever I want to. I could merge my app with Web3 and the blockchain. Dude, my nigga. He don't need no more. He could put the Drink Champs interview up there if he wanted to. He don't need none of these platforms if he owns his own platform. It wouldn't have made sense if he didn't get banned from the Drink Champs interview. It wouldn't have made sense as if he told the world this is what they're about to do, right? And they did it. Because if he wasn't telling the truth, they wouldn't have took the video down. If he didn't have these motherfuckers running scared, they wouldn't have took the video down. It's videos of niggas killing niggas online right now. It's videos of motherfuckers smoking on they ops right now. It's videos of black women getting raped and murdered on the internet right now. Nobody's taking that down. It's videos on Drink Champ where niggas is talking about they ops and whatnot and niggas that they got beef with. It's interviews on all of these blogs where podcasts where they talk about black men killing other black men. That shit didn't, they don't take those down. But they took that down because that obviously had a level of truth in it. Even if it was 10% lies, nigga, it was 90% truth. And they was like, hell to the motherfucking no. But now, once you have your own platform, it's a different game. It's a whole new, this a new day in Black America, nigga, and nigga dome. This is a new day. This is a new day. And thank God that he got some money on him and he ain't one of these broke ass niggas. Thank God that he could fund his motherfucking, his mouth. Thank God that he could buy his wolf tickets. A lot of niggas be talking shit, can't even afford to go to war. But anyway, so Trump attacks the American Jews the same day that Kanye attacked them, right? Because Kanye theoretically was attacking the American Jews because he wasn't talking about Israel like that. He was talking about the motherfuckers that, well, he was talking about them, but he didn't mention them in name. He said the word Zionist, but he was talking about Jared Kushner. He was talking about the movie industry. He was talking about the motherfucking the music industry, right? He was talking about the American Jews, right? So how is it that he gets pushed back, but Trump didn't get pushed back, right? He said, no president has done more for Israel than I have. Evangelicals are far more appreciative of this than the people of the Jewish faith, especially those living in the U.S. That's a dog whistle. He's talking to Hollywood. He's talking to Wall Street. He's talking to all of the Democrats and whatnot. Those would be the American Jews. The evangelical Christians, we spoke about this before. The reason why the evangelical Christians are in bed with Israel is because it's the evangelical Christians, the book, the quote unquote, the whatchamacallit, the Bible, right? The holy book that evangelical Christians, Revelations, all of these things that they stand behind, these have to come true, right? They're in bed with Israel because they're fulfilling biblical prophecy and they're making sure that everything is going according to that book and whatnot. So evangelical Christians are the quote unquote homeland terrorists that you saw that were out for blood when Donald Trump was in office. It wasn't necessarily these poor, broke white folks from the trailer parks. That's the White Walkers. Those are that's their marching army and whatnot. It's the motherfuckers, the billionaires like the Kochs and whatnot. The billionaires that are in power, the millionaires that are in big power that own big businesses and whatnot. They were in America. Those are the evangelical Christians who are in bed with the Zionists and things of that nature, but they're at odds with the quote unquote small hats that are in Hollywood, what they call the left wing. You know, all of that shit, bro. All of that shit. I'm breaking down a lot of shit tonight and whatnot, but I'm really just scratching the surface. And, you know, I would have a lot more to say, but as you can see, I'm highly censored. My channel has been demonetized since 2008. I'm shadow banned I can't go live on Instagram. I'm shadow banned on Instagram. I've been shadow banned since 2019, my niggas. I got 2 strikes on YouTube. My nigga, I'm on my last leg, my niggas. I'm about to get the fuck out of here and go to Kanye West app in a minute. You know what I'm talking about? Ha! Former President Donald Trump. And keep in mind, yesterday was the Day of Atonement for the Nation of Islam. Yesterday was the Day of Atonement for the Nation of Islam. It's the anniversary to the Million Man March. Remember the Million Man March, right? So yesterday was the Day of Atonement. And we all know who Farrakhan historically has been talking about. He even played a clip of Farrakhan on the show. He played a voice message that Farrakhan gave to him, where Farrakhan said that white lives always mattered because Yaqub created them. You don't see that in these news articles. They not talking about that. Like I said, these motherfuckers be gaslighting and they want to focus on the trauma bond. They want you to be, they want fake nigga outrage. They want you to pull your hair out. They want you to get emotional and whatnot. But they don't want you niggas to think. So he played a fucking clip and Drink Champs edited that shit. They cut right to commercial and came back talking about Little Uzi Vert, right? They didn't want you to hear Farrakhan. But it's a coincidence that yesterday was the Day of Atonement, and that's the same day that Trump and Kanye West came out talking about the small hats, okay? So one of the triggers to the rhetoric that Kanye West was spewing, right, is the Buffalo massacre that took place over the summer. Now, I read the manifesto, and I'm sure a lot of people didn't, right? I read the manifesto that the dude wrote who shot up the Buffalo supermarket. It was heavy on anti-small hat rhetoric, right? They don't focus on that. They only focus on the fact that he killed those black people, but they're not focusing on what he said in his manifesto, right? The manifesto dedicated, the shit was like 100-something pages. He might have dedicated about 30 pages to the small hats. He was going all the way in on these motherfuckers. I'm talking about he was deep diving on the small hats. And really what it was he was red pilling people about them. But what it was really like his manifesto basically was like all of the talking points of like 4chan, because he also had talking points against black people in there too. And it's the same shit that you see in this red pill movement or the far right wing movement. It's the same shit you see on the social media apps Parler. It's the same shit you see on 4chan. It's the same shit you see on 8chan. And to be honest with you, some of those talking points are some of the points that Kanye be using because he's been radicalized. He's been red pilled, right? And a lot of you niggas been red pilled too. If you've been with the men going their own way and all of that shit, and you went down that rabbit hole, you've been red pilled. You've come across a lot of this information. My deep divers that are out there on the internet and whatnot, you know what I'm talking about. You've been radicalized. You've come across this information and whatnot. So I just wanted to show you and bring you that, right? So Ye said, you know, why they always using this picture of him too? You know how funny the media is. They won't get a picture where this nigga's looking no type of sensible. They're gonna get the picture where this nigga did not. He got the herpes on his lip. He looked like he got two-pieced in his face and whatnot. This nigga looked like he just came from Fight Club. You know what I'm talking about? He looked like Tyler Durden. You know what I'm talking about? They got this nigga looking like Tyler Durden, right? And that's to discredit you, right? That's to discredit him because a picture speaks 1,000 words and whatnot. You know, they're gonna use this motherfucking photo forever, right? And that's to make him look like he's crazy. He's a scary looking nigga. This is a billionaire, mind you, right? They won't show Jeff Bezos looking like this. They won't show Elon Musk with the herpes on his lip. You know what I'm talking about? This nigga looking like Tyler Durden. Okay, so this is some context about the George Floyd part, right? Like I said, I'm not really, I'm not playing too much of the visuals because I'm gonna play a little bit, but you know what I'm saying? Nigga trying to keep his page, you know. But I got good news because we are moving to a new platform very soon. So I do have good news about that, but I'm not gonna let that news out right now. All right. But definitely hit up the Cash App. You know what I'm talking about, and show your support for independent news media, niggas. You're not getting this you're not, come on. You're not getting this on the internet. You're not getting this in or go on YouTube. Niggas is rambling. You're not getting this shit on YouTube, on these other platforms and channels and whatnot. But anyway, I digress. On Drink Champs, he discussed Jewish Zionists, George Floyd death theories, and he's prompting Floyd's family to consider filing a lawsuit. But like I showed you, there's an article that said that nigga had fentanyl in his system and whatnot. You dig what I'm saying? He didn't die from having it in his system, but he had it in his system. So how the hell can you sue somebody for saying something that they read on the internet? Like that's what the fucking medical, the medical examiner said, that he had drugs in his system. And I'm not here to speak about a man who can't defend himself, who's deceased and whatnot. But if he had fentanyl or any type of opiate in his system, then that's what it is. It is what the fuck it is. We not here. Niggas drink lean every day, right? Niggas pop pills every day. That don't make nobody lesser of a man or a woman. Motherfuckers is on drugs out here in these streets. Real talk. That don't mean that they supposed to die. You can make an autopsy, say whatever you want. Is that right? Is that right? Okay. All right. He said, I watched the George Floyd documentary that Candace Owens put out. One of the things that his two roommates said was that they want a tall guy like me. And the day that he died, he said a prayer for 8 minutes, right? The rapper producer said, listen to this one line right here. Like I said, whoever has the link for that documentary, send it. I might take this Cash App that y'all sending me and buy that shit so I could share the video with you niggas. But I think it's like $8 or $13 and whatnot. But I'm going to watch it because I want to see what her research has uncovered. But this is what Kanye West said, right? He said they hit him with the fentanyl. If you look, the guy's knee wasn't even on his neck like that. But when Young Pharaoh said it, nobody had no pushback, right? I remember watching a video on Black Magic 363, and a nigga got up there and told Brother Rich that George Floyd wasn't even dead, niggas. You remember that? But y'all be having selective, niggas be having selective amnesia. I remember watching Brother Rich's channel, not gonna say your name, little nigga, but a nigga got on there and said that George Floyd wasn't even dead, bro. Y'all let that fly. Then Young Pharaoh said that the George Floyd shit wasn't even real. And he said the same thing about the knee. So how is it that this nigga right here is a coon and all of these people pop? And that video did 1 million views on Pharaoh's channel. Remember that? You remember that? Niggas be having selective amnesia. So Kanye West, he said that they killed him. He just said that they hit him with the fentanyl. He's disputing the way that he died. And niggas got their panties in a bunch about that. Oh, he don't like black people. Oh, he's our enemy. I mean, listen. Let's do the research. I mean, let's crunch the data and let's hear what the fuck this lady said in her documentary, because The documentary is blowing the lid off of a lot of shit that we didn't know. And even though I don't rock with Candace Owens like that, information is information. Facts over emotions. Facts over emotions. You feel me? So if she's giving up facts, I'm gonna do my due diligence, and I'm gonna hear what she's saying, and I'll do my research on that. Like I did my research on the statement that he made. I'm like, George Floyd and fentanyl, let me go and look that up. And lo and behold, that shit is right there on Google. Right? It's right there on Google that they said that he had it in his system. But yes, the police could have planted that. Yeah, that part. Right? But go and watch the documentary before you start coming to conclusions. You're operating off of information that you don't have. What the fuck does that make you look like? Niggas be operating off of information and they don't got the information. Like he said in the interview, what's more important than water? What's the most valuable thing on the planet? Information! He said information, intel, right? Not necessarily knowledge, because knowledge not applied ain't really about nothing. And I know a lot of niggas that got knowledge and whatnot, but they don't got no dollars. Right? I know people that got knowledge, but they have not applied that knowledge to turn it into some form of wisdom and whatnot, right? I know this. But when you have intel and you utilize your intelligence, right, to get ahead and to get one step ahead of your ops, oh man, you operating you operating in power, my nigga, right? Hollywood, the rap industry, and all of these other industries like the NBA and the NFL, it's not about who's the richest nigga with the biggest contract. We know that don't equate power. It's who's running around with the most intelligence, who got the most intel, who got the most data, who got the most motherfucking intellect, right? The coach run these niggas, right? The coach and the owner, they run the motherfucking players because they got more intelligence than them. They got more intel, right? They the ones that are making the play, and these niggas are running the play. They're not the ones that are bringing the play about. They didn't create the play. They didn't create the fucking triangle offense. It's the coach. It's the defense coach, the offense coach, and the motherfucking owner knows more than everybody, nigga. In Hollywood, you think the actor got the power? No, nigga. The producer got the power. The producer, he knows more than the fucking actor. They just the help, nigga. I told you about talent and management. Management hovers above talent. Fuck talent. Nigga, talent is the help. That's the help. The same motherfuckers, the same way that they had niggas, grandmamas as the help cleaning toilets and whatnot. The subservient ones, that's the same thing that you see in Hollywood right now. That's the same thing that Kanye West was talking about right now. That's the same thing that he was bringing up on the Breakfast Champs. You niggas is comfortable being the help. Fuck logic. Logic don't work in this 3D reality, this new world that we live in. Fuck logic. Listen, you niggas is too comfortable being the help, and it hurts. It hurts to watch. You feel me? It hurts. When you're in a position of power, such as myself, right? When you're in a position of power and you got to watch our people groveling ass niggas that they are, acting like the help and being proud of being a help, nigga, it hurts. It hurts. This self-defeating mentality that these niggas is running with, like, this shit is debilitating. I promise you. So he flipped the script again, right? And right, so the first chess move was I'm gonna go on Drink Champs. Yeah, I'm disgusted. I'm not disgruntled. I'm disgusted at these niggas. I'm disgusted. I can't tear my fucking face off, nigga. This, you know what I mean? I can't peel my color off and put on another color. But these crayons got me upset in these fucking streets, y'all. Come on now. This shit is debilitating. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You niggas is still cleaning toilets. We've been trying to come around and help niggas get the fuck off the toilet. Get off of your knees. The minute we been came around trying to help niggas to stand up on their own 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? This Kanye shit is nothing new. Niggas been pleading with our people for decades to stand up. And niggas want to sit down in peace still to this day. But we said facts over emotion, so we're going to dial it back. So here's another masterful chess move that we could call that this man made today, right? So first of all, the first chess move was to get on a centralized platform like Drink Champs, Revolt, owned by Diddy, or Diddy's faces on it. Go DEFCON 3, super duper controversial, get the show removed just to pop up and say, as a result of y'all censoring me, I'm going to buy my own social media app, right? The same shit that niggas be telling me and everybody else to be like, oh, we shadow ban, oh, we censor. They like, well, make your own app. Well, fund it. Fund it. I'm going to get on my Isaac Hayes shit. You know what I mean? I need $6 million so we could build our own app, because motherfuckers be like, well, get your own app. What? God damn it, that shit costs money. Huh. But as we can see with Ye, he don't got to wait for the nigga brigade. He don't have to wait for you niggas to feel him. He don't got to wait for niggas to decide, I'm going to take a few minutes out of my day and throw this nigga $1, right? He don't got to wait for niggas to throw peanuts at him because he happens to have his own. God bless the child that has their own. He said that he holds court with one person, and that's God. God did. God did, right? He's spitting some shit that some of you atheists and ungodly people might have to take some motherfucking notes, because, you know, it looked like ever since he got with God, he went from ashy to classy. You know what I'm talking about? Business-wise, you know, and some other things. He got, you know, his clarity and whatnot. He says he holds court for one person, and that's his sky daddy. Okay? But whoever the fuck he's praying to, whoever the fuck he's worshiping, they helped his bank account get real handsome. So he's able to do certain things that the average melanated man or woman cannot do because of the lack of support, because we're not together like the small hats. We're not unified. We don't move as a block. We don't have special purpose acquisition companies. We don't have SPACs. We got that other shit that Deion Sanders. What's the name of that shit? The Deion Sanders. What's the name of that? The Negro leagues and whatnot with the football shit. The other coach was like, "You're not down with the smack," or what is it? Is it the same thing? Is it SPAC? Are they running the same acronym for some nigga shit? SWAC. You're not SWAC. Niggas is concerned with SWAC and not SPAC. Fucking SWAC. You're not SWAC. Yeah, fuck you niggas is SWAC. but you're definitely not down with SPAC. Once you get off of that SWAC shit, go and do the research about SPAC, because that's where the real power is. But anyway, other power move number 2, my niggas. He threw on the Satoshi Nakamoto hat. Now, I know Valentine said that's the CIA. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Novatech and the melanated sister that runs that program. We're going to have a special show about Novatech for anybody that wants to become an investor in the hottest new commodity out there right now, dealing with economics in a motherfucking bear market. We are going to be doing a very special show, maybe on Wednesday, but it will be one day this week where we're going to be introducing our platform and onboarding you to the Novatech movement, the Novatech revolution. But this shit right here, you know what I mean? Where he's talking about going to Bitcoin, or where he's talking about going decentralized, or he's talking about cryptocurrency, power move. You know what I'm talking about? Power move. You know? Power move. You know? There's a lot of potential that could come out of that. So here we go. We wrapping this shit up. You know what I mean? We get into the tail end of this conversation. And I want to say thank y'all for being here with us. You could have been anywhere else. So here's the apology tour. Right? I mean, God damn it. I woke up. I thought I went to sleep early, and I woke up rather early this rising and whatnot. This nigga beat me. Noriega. I thought I woke up early. He was up extra early apologizing. By the time I got up, this nigga had already apologized 3 times. Okay? So he's out here doing the most. I mean, it's just horrible. It's pitiful. You know, I don't even want to repeat certain things that this nigga's saying. I'll play a video. I don't know, man. He was on the Breakfast Club. He's on Hot 97. They crowd surfing his ass. They passing him around like the Zaza. You know what I'm talking about? They passing him around like Travis Scott at one of his concerts, my nigga. He's crowd surfing. You know what I'm talking about? They passing Nori around like a drink, like the gumbo, like a blunt, my nigga, like the Zaza, like rapper weed. You know what I'm talking about? And he's out here on a motherfucking apology tour. Live Nation sponsored it. You know, here's some of his tweets, right? Somebody said Drink Champs is starting to age like Versus. He's like, relax, we all make mistakes. Then he says, I'm sorry, my fault. But I would understand all of that shit that he's talking about. But if y'all seen the interview, who saw the interview to the end? He was giving Kanye, I mean, it was not even safe for work. The type of hand jobs and happy endings that he was giving this nigga Kanye on the show, I was starting to feel uncomfortable. I'm like, God damn it. You know what I mean? Take that off camera. Go get an Airbnb on there. Like, go get a room. When you start rapping like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was polishing this nigga's knob. And to do all of that, just to turn around and be like, you made a mistake, and you threw him under the bus, and you gave him up, and then they removed the video, they removed the podcast off of iTunes and Spotify, they removed the video off of YouTube. I'm like, God damn, you are not a good friend. Like, he's like the nigga who invited Joe Pesci over to get the button on Goodfellas where they rock Joe Pesci to sleep. Come on, Joe. Come on in. We're going to make you a made man. My man. Put his arm around and walked them in the house and finished them. Pushed his wig back. That's the type of nigga that Noriega. I don't trust Noriega after that, because if you could polish a man off, you know, you married Noriega. Ain't you married? You was on Love and Hip Hop, right? How you polishing a grown man? I mean, he's newly divorced, but damn, Nori. If you could give a nigga a lap dance like that and then turn around and shoot him in the face, nigga, yalla. You a scary man. You not to be trusted. You not to be trusted, Nori. Shit. If that's how niggas from Queens move, no wonder 50 Cent don't like Supreme. You niggas are not to be trusted, man. I'm staying out of left rack because y'all will smile in a nigga face and show your back teeth is missing just to motherfucking line them up and do them like you did your boy Ye. You know what I'm saying? So somebody had posted a meme and raised the question and said, what the fuck is the difference between a nigga wearing a Make America Great hat and you niggas that went ahead and got on your G.I. Joseph shit post 9/11? At least this nigga's just wearing a hat. You niggas put army boots on and was squaring corners and making your bed up and whatnot, waking up at 4 a.m., drilling shit in the name of Uncle Sam to make America great again. Have a fucking seat. That's what I be talking about. I'm tired of the cognitive dissonance, the fake nigga outrage in the black community. I don't like, I'm ready to quit you. I'm ready to divorce you niggas, man. Y'all are so fucking contradictory. I mean, I could put up other pictures of you Roman ass niggas that win in Rome, do as Roman do. You niggas are Roman and you deflect so much when you see somebody because of groupthink. You think that you can attack them and paint them with this brush, but y'all niggas got the same paint on you.
Hey, why is Jay mad at us? I want all the kids that love my shoes and love my songs to say, why is Jay mad? What have you done to his people, to the darker Jews, to our brothers, that has Jay speaking up, that had Nick Cannon speaking up, that had Ice Cube speaking up? What'd you say?
When you say blacks is Jews,
blacks are Jews also.
We gotta say we love Jewish people then. We love Jewish people. We got great. I love Jewish people.
So I'm gonna be like,
my homie's a Nicaraguan Jew. His dad came from Poland, escaped the Holocaust, and his mom is Nicaraguan. He would be like, I don't know what's going on.
And by the way, we haven't escaped the Holocaust. We still in it. Plan B, Planned Parenthood. We are still in the Holocaust. Even the information put in our music, the toxicity put in our music, is nothing promoting the idea of a king taking care of a queen and then taking care of the future kings and the future queens. It's just us talking about killing each other and Jewish people getting paid off of it. So I could be like a parent that I got a belt. So it's
yeah, I gotta be careful with these videos because they definitely about to flag this episode. You niggas that like to screen record everything, screen record this shit. You know what I mean? Download this bitch. Because when they take it off, it'll be on our private, it'll be on my Patreon, right? It'll be on my Patreon, you know. But I definitely wanted to show you that part. But I also want to show you the hypocrisy, right? Real quick, let's finish this.
It's like, bow, I love you, but bow. It's I love you, but it's still up. It's up until we get it fixed. Until we get it fixed. It's not no, oh, we gonna calm down because you done fucked with me and you done fucked with my people too much. And you could throw whatever tag you want. You could call me a racist. You done call me everything already. Right. What I got to lose? My 6-year-old son came to choir practice and said,
all right, so this is my discrepancy with that, right? Why don't he go on a campaign and apologize for this?
We had swapped a couple of chicks together. We had some of the same bitches in the game. So, you know what I'm saying? That's how, I respect him. I know the bitches that liked him.
Did it say swap?
Well, knock. I knocked him for a bitch. He knocked me for a bitch. We knocked.
Like y'all stole each other's chicks?
You know what I'm saying?
I guess he lost a bitch to you. You lost a bitch to him.
Y'all was stealing from each other.
Let me add some motherfucking context to what you're looking at. This was on Drink Champs the day before, right? This was on Drink Champs on Saturday, right? Little Boozy interview, right? It did 1 million views in one day, okay? They had Pimpin' Ken on the Drink Champs, right? Pimpin' Ken was basically there holding Little Boozy's cup and whatnot, but they let this pimp get on there and talk about swapping bitches, pimping hoes. Nobody challenged them. Nobody said, damn, brother, why are you talking like that about the black queens and whatnot? Why are you talking about that why are you talking about that about women, period? Isn't this cancer awareness month and breast cancer awareness? Like, where's the pushback from that? Why is the Jewish media not upset about that? Why is Black Twitter not upset about that? Why is all of these quote unquote, fake, where's the fake nigga outrage about that? In 2022, why they having low-level conversations on Drink Champs?
Okay. All right, to a square. How do you knock a nigga bitch? To a square, like explain. Okay. Boosie, okay if I explain it? Okay. Yes. This Boosie shy, man. I don't like Boosie shy. But I think everybody want to know this, right? I don't like everybody to a square. Okay, so say for instance, right? Okay. If a bitch, it's gonna take about a minute. Can I get a minute? Yeah, get a minute. Yeah. No, you good. Say if I want a bitch, right? And I really want her, right? I say, what's your favorite artist? She gonna say Nori. Okay, that's easy. I know Nori. So what I'm gonna do is Nori concert, right? I'm gonna go in your ear. I'm gonna be whispering like Nori. I'm gonna act like you like her, right? Then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna convince her. I'm gonna go to a toy store and get a dildo. I'm gonna say, fuck yourself with this dildo. And she gonna I wasn't ready for this. It's a game. I'm trying to get you guys to say, fuck yourself.
We started this. We gotta hear it
all. No. I'm saying, fuck yourself with the dildo, right? Okay. So once you fuck yourself with the dildo, right? I'm gonna say, look here. Nori want to spend some money with you. She gonna say, Nori want to spend some money. I like him. So now I'm gonna tell her to meet me at the hotel.
No, what a dildo could.
I'm not even really gonna continue with that because I'm not gonna put my shit at risk to give anybody no information, and put my channel at risk. But y'all can't hear the sound? You feel me? So it's like they don't got a problem with that. They don't have no discrepancies with Aaron rhetoric like that, right? They don't have a problem with that. Even with children watching and everything. But what this man said, that is getting all of the outrage and shit like that. I'm like, yo, if y'all got a problem with what Ye said, why y'all don't got a problem with Pimpin' Kev said? You know what I mean? Because he went in on that interview. I'm not even gonna waste my time and get the algorithm on my back like that. But he was going crazy in that interview, the way that he was talking about how he be turning women out and all of this crazy shit. And in 2022, this is what we still giving energy to. We normalizing shit like that, right? We're giving that a pass. So, that's just once again, the cognitive dissonance, the hypocrisy, the double speak, the double consciousness. You feel me? That's all of that. That's all of that. Like the call that was made out by Ye on that show that they're trying to censor, is that if we are the Semites, if we are the original Jews, the music that these companies are promoting, the music that Spotify is playing, the music that Apple Music is playing, the videos that YouTube is playing, kill a nigga, shoot a nigga, and all of that is anti-Semitic. All of that is against us. All of that is basically going against our greatness. All of it. So if you're saying that his statements are anti-Semitic, I'm saying that anything by NBA Youngboy is anti-Semitic. I'm saying that anything by Kodak Black that they put on the radio, I'm saying that the shit that fuck nigga free is anti-Semitic. I'm saying that a lot of that shit is anti-Semitic. If you want to play that game and whatnot, they need to be more responsible with the images that they're promoting. They need more responsible to the music that we've been having these conversations for a very long time. So, with that being said, I'm about to go ahead and end this conversation. We're at the 2-hour mark. You know, we had a great conversation tonight. Good conversation. You know, we chopped up some game. You dig? And you know, we added on to some of the talking points and whatnot. And we updated you to the news that's going on with this brother out there that goes by the name of Kanye West. Now, like I said in the previous video that I did on Sunday, I'm neutral. You know, I'm neutral. I'm an observer. If you're gonna throw your Yeezys away, send them to me. You know what I mean? I'll take them. I'll repurpose them. You know what I'm talking about? But I'm neutral in this whole situation. This whole situation right here is a learning, teaching moment. And that's what I'm going to utilize my time and my energy to do, is to learn and to teach. I don't got no horse in that race. I would love to sit down with the likes of a Kanye West, not to have another interview that he had on the Drink Champs. I don't really want to have an interview. I would sit down for a strategy session. I would only sit down for something that has action items, that's action orientated, because this is a billionaire who has the capabilities of making some things happen. And he is he's active. It's not like one of these, it's not like people to sit around and talk. He's a builder, he's a doer. Because I've seen him do. Let's stop playing with it. A lot of you niggas be bumping your gums. He's a doer. It goes beyond thinkers and knowers and whatnot. I will hold court with thinkers and knowers, but I'm really looking for the doers. It's the doers that make the world go around. It's the doers that leave their that leave their mark. And when they're going, they're immortalized and whatnot. It's the doers. I'm ready to do something. So I have faith in somebody like him to be able to do. I don't gotta agree with everything that you want. That's the problem with melanated people. Niggas think that we all gotta be monolithic and we all gotta be down. We not in a fucking gang. This is not the Bloods, my nigga. This ain't the Crips or the GDs, nigga. This is not a gang. I don't gotta agree to everything that you gotta say. You're not gonna DP me because I don't go with the words that you saying and whatnot. It's not a fucking gang. And it's not a political party. And this is not groupthink. So I don't have to agree with your politics. I don't gotta agree with how you sleep and whatnot. I'm not the phallus police. I'm not dick watching nobody. You feel me? I don't care at this point. If you sleep white, whether you a sister or a brother and whatnot, I'm not going to fuck with you to a certain degree, but we could do business. If you got something that I need, if you got some resources that my people need, I'm coming to get that shit. But I'm not concerned about if you left-handed or right-handed. I'm not concerned if you pigeon-toed or if you walk straight. I'm not concerned if you smoke tobacco or if you smoke motherfucking white paper. It don't matter to me at the end of the day. Live your life. Live your motherfucking life. Maybe I may be able to influence you to go in a different direction, but that's not my purpose. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, if you are making shit happen, if you are a mover and a shaker, if you are trying to do something that hasn't been done before, then you tend to be speaking my language. I'm out here looking for the similarities in certain people and not necessarily the differences. Not the differences. Everybody focusing on the differences. If you focus on the differences, you're going to find it. But right now in Black America or amongst the blacks, we are in a horrible state. We don't have no loyalty from any one of the political parties. We don't even know where we fit in the overall picture of things. Niggas have not gotten it together. We're not unified. We don't love each other. We don't even love ourselves like that. We have horrific identity politic issues. We have an inferiority complex that keeps showing itself whenever these other people come around. We don't have a 100-year plan. We don't have a 50-year plan. We don't got a 5-year plan. We're not inventing nothing. We're not innovating shit, but a bunch of TikTok dances. Yes, we are the monkey in the middle in the political politricks, right? The fucking the offspring of the Obama administration. Niggas is still Obama'd out. We not on code. So there's 99 problems. The thought leaders can't come together, right? And sit down and make nothing tangible happen. It's a lot of fucking egos flying around. So, like I said, melanated people, we're in a very precarious position in 2022, going into a political theater of 2024 that's going to have people mentally exhausted because they're going to turn the stove up. They're going to turn the stove up. Not to mention, like Blue Pill brought up in his video, that low-key World War III already happened with China and America when they basically collapsed the semiconductor industry on Friday, and Joe Biden made a chess move against China. So we're in we're theoretically in the beginning of World War III, right? And we don't know who's standing with us, and we don't know who we're standing with. It's a very interesting time. But with all of that being said, with all of those issues that I could bring up, because I could sit around and bring up mad issues, the fact that we could call those issues out means that we're at a crossroads, and it means that we're at a special time because we could turn this shit around if we were to focus, right? But when they're censoring us, when they're not allowing us to control the narrative, when they're controlling the narrative, because what I was showing you with all of those articles that I just put up in that thing is that they have jumped in front of the narrative, and by them taking down the video by them censoring and scrubbing the internet, they're going to grab the narrative and they're going to twist it and turn it. They're going to control it, and they're going to deal with the red herrings, like the fact that he talked about George Floyd, and you're going to forget the meat of the conversation, and you're only going to eat the potatoes and whatnot. That's how they put niggas back to sleep. That's how they put us back to sleep, at the push of a button, right? Push button zombies. Push button zombieism, right? You've seen it play in real time. You could never deny what this shit really is, because all of us had the opportunity to see it in real time. So we're like, nah, that shit real, bro. They're censoring our First Amendment rights, right? Like they're not allowing certain conversations and whatnot. They don't want certain people to be in control of the hearts and the minds of the people, right? They want you to worship Charlemagne. They want you to worship Peter Rosenberg. They want you to worship Andrew Schultz. You know what I mean? They want them to capture your hearts and the minds. They want you to be a Kardashian clone and whatnot. That's their purposes. So I'm glad that somebody is throwing rocks at the glass house. And I hope that more people grab their quote unquote sack and exhibit some more testicular fortitude and begin to pull down the, begin to pull this motherfucker down, this house of cards, right? Because the only people that's really suffering is our people, the monkeys in the middle, okay? The cannon fodder, right? The expendables. That's who you see, the collateral damage. That's who the debris is falling on top of, us. And it's pitiful, it's horrific, it's debilitating. It almost hurts as much as watching you niggas be the help for people who used to be helpless. And with that being said, I'm going to leave y'all with the Facts Initiative. You heard that nigga Jack, my whole facts, talk about food, clothing, and shelter. Yeah, that part. You know what I'm talking about? For the brothers and sisters who were in the holistic entrepreneurship class, the file is too big. So we've been trying to compress it, okay? Because when we've been trying to upload it ever since Thursday night, it won't even take it. Shout out to everybody that was in that class. Love and light to all of the KT aliens and whatnot. Y'all are highly, highly, highly respected by me. You know what I mean? Highly. We had a great class. And like I said, I have a bonus class that I'm going to give y'all when we bring the Novatech people and when we feed y'all another income stream and some more solutions. But look out for that upload. As soon as I get the file to become a little bit smaller, we'll put it on Podia. All right? So, love and light. The next passive income workshop, like I said, is going to be free. It's going to be this week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, but it's coming it's going to be one of these days right around the corner. Love and light to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your time and your energy. And we will pick back up where we left off the next time we see each other. I'm out. I'm out.
Exposed. Yeah. You better stay on your toes. Rebo.
Facts, 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 facts.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Rebo. Till in the land, focus on casinos. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
And that's facts though, I talk factos. That's J Babe, I go Astro. Floating focused on my cash flow. We play star seeds to make the grass grow. I'm a refloater, I do what I wanna. Stacking the winter, sunbathing the summer. My chakras aligning, I shock them like Blanco. Only Pope we acknowledge a nigga is Paulo.
At these events, I'm a god to my people. Got out the streets, yeah, we dodging a Rico. Game of roulette, I'm a casino. The game wasn't fair, yeah, the odds wasn't equal. Squad got the Chico, my squad got the Chico. Came in a drought, yeah, they starving the people. Blaming and doubt, make it harder to eat, yo. Not a placebo, this not a placebo.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican get exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart.
Hit that cash app. Hit that cash app.
Facts.
Let's go.
Okay, the food, the art, the clothes. We put on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this on our back. Facts, facts. We in your city, pull up where we at. Facts, facts.
Started in Richmond, art of my district. Heart of the mystics, started for biscuits. Father the isfits, martyr the misfits. God is my witness, God on my hit list. Moving the weight, we started with fitness. Moving with states, we art of the richest. Give me the blues, my heart is in Memphis. It's part of adventure, started my venture. The F is for food, the A is for art. The C is for clothes, I'm playing my part. T is for tech, I'm playing it smart. S is for shelter, I stay in the park. Acres on acres, get lost in the dark. We playing a part, we playing it smart. Facts, facts, okay.
The food, the art, the clothes. We put this show on the road. The Vatican getting exposed. You better stay on your toes. Repo, tilling the land, focus on the eco. Open my heart, let go of the ego. Ran out the grand, I'm stacking up these C-notes. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back. Facts, facts. Found out the hacks, put it in the rap. Facts, facts. Fuck it, we gon' put this shit on our back.